what's going on? So it's top of the morning. I have not had breakfast. I keep looking. Well, I'm getting better because I was looking over here and now I'm looking at the time. Eventually. So yes, I got up not long ago. I haven't had nothing, literally. And yesterday I sprayed this on my stove. So today is time to clean it. Oops. Don't want to shoot too much. Okay, so today I'm mad because I just realized that I don't have gloves. I ran out of gloves and I always like to put gloves. I do have like the regular washing dishes one, but I wore those for the tub to scrub because I like to get on the towels and all that good stuff. So I don't have, so I'm gonna have to do it by hand. We're gonna do it together. So just to answer the main question that everybody wants to know, who is Kris? Kris actually went to school with my sister. I'm gonna give you the whole shebang. Kris went to school with my sister, and so he's a year older than I am. Yeah, well, and no. Anyways, I mean, I just don't want to get the ages confused. But the point is, disregard that. The point is that he went to school with my sister, and my sister introduced us. But when my sister introduced Kris and I, and it was just, he just happened to go to the house. And I don't know if they were working on a project or what it was, but he saw me, he took a liking to me. But I was pregnant with my son already, and I did feel, because I would say that I was a little bit, what's that word again? Damn, I can't think of the word, but when, damn, I'm trying to get it. Fuck. Basically, when you don't go no fucking where, all right, and your parents don't let you go nowhere. Like, for example, the first time I ever went into the city, like Manhattan, me born and raised in Queens, I was 21 years old, and that was because I started working in the city. My first hotel job was in Long Island, so I would drive there. Um, and then when I started working in the city, obviously I wasn't gonna drive to the city. But that was my first time, guys, when I was 21 years old. So, you know, I felt, to go back to that, that he was too, like, he had too much street for me. Like, I was still innocent. Yeah, I got pregnant, but it's not because I knew what I was doing. You know, I was a kid, obviously not ready for the consequences and all that, but that's nor here nor there. So, he would always send me flowers. I don't know if he knew somebody, but they were the baddest bouquets, like really nice. But that was it. Everybody moved on, had their lives. His brother is younger and would, like, he's a party animal and would always hang out with my cousins and stuff. So we would hang out. I know his brother. Um, but not even close like that, because again, once I had my kid and I got pregnant when I was 17, had him, what, 2 weeks later I turned 18. I stopped hanging out. I was just working. So whatever. So we meet. I mean, so we have our lives, and then by the time I was um 28, it must have been, or 29, because I had already had my daughter. That's when I physically saw him again in a store, in a grocery store not far from my house. And whatever, I thought, that he was cute, but like I said, I had my daughter. Fast forward to a year after I had seen him, I was single, and we were friends on Facebook, but the type of friends that you never really say anything. And then he he posted something and I mentioned something, so we started talking. So we spoke, and we started talking. Damn, I haven't even done my damn stove, guys. We started talking, and he basically, it progressed. The conversation did progress over the phone, over us talking, about each other, and we were just getting to know each other better, because remember, we never really got, let me just move this here, we never really like had the opportunity to be like that, like to really know each other like that. So we meet. So we start talking on the phone. It fucking progressed to, us possibly working something or whatever, but everything over the phone, okay? Then we decide that we're gonna meet. He's gonna come down, we're gonna hang out, whatever. What does he do, guys? He stood me up. Yeah. After all these I love yous and all this, and he's probably gonna be mad when he sees it, but I don't give a fuck. I'm keeping it real. So he tells me that, yeah, for sure, I'm going. Nothing. Motherfucker does not show up and texts me after with some bullshit story. I don't even remember, because this must have been about 8 years ago. So whatever, fine, we get over it. Does it to me 2 more times. So he did it to me 3 times, basically. The 3rd time, I was already done. I even said to him, and at one point, honestly, if we're keeping it real, we met. We did meet, and I booked a room. Remember, I worked in hotels. I booked a room. We hung out, and honestly, keeping it 100, I'm a grown-ass woman. I thought that it was going to go down. But nothing happened. We did just kiss, and that was it. Like, literally 1 kiss, and that was it. So I'm like, okay, at this point I'm thinking, is something wrong with him? Like, are you not trying to give me something? Even though I wasn't going to do anything without protection, but what's really good? So, I got really upset, and I think after that he might have fucking done it again. I think he did it again, because I remember arguing over the phone saying, you know what, at this point I just honestly think that you have something. Oh, and let me not leave this out. He did say that the reason why he didn't want to do anything was because he had sincere feelings for me, and he knew that whatever, because it doesn't make sense. If you're over here saying that you love me and all this bullshit, then why not take it there? I don't, but God works in mysterious ways. So, whatever, so he did it to me again. I cursed him out. I told him that he probably had something, that's probably why we didn't do anything or whatever. And then he gave me that, we stopped talking. He gave me that excuse or that reason, whatever, that it was because, he didn't want to just do that. Which I don't get it, because why even bother coming over here? Why even bother having the conversations that we were having? So, whatever. So, fast forward, after that, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going to keep it moving. Like, it is what it is. I wasn't as emotionally invested as I would have been if I would have actually been dating this person and had history with. So, of course, I kept it moving, right? Now, but we've always, so about maybe like a few months went by, and by the way, we're both Scorpios, so we get along really well. So whatever, so now after a few months, we just, talk regular as friends. Like, that's not even a topic of conversation. I believe that, of several months, or by the time I spoke to him, I was already involved with someone who is the person that has my heart. He knows this. We've always had just respectful friendship conversations. I talk about my kids, he talks about his kids, and just regular shit. As I think that he knows how I am, and so there has been always that respect of, I'm in a relationship, so we're not gonna sit here and have that kind of talk. You know what I mean? So whatever. So recently, right, when all this shit happened, he started talking about that he was gonna. You see what I mean? Oh, now my hair is in the way. So he starts talking about that he's gonna move to New York, right? And at some point I might, because I don't really discuss my personal life like that. Meaning, well, let me just say my love life, right? But I guess he kind of got a whiff, or however it is that people say, a wolf, right? No, a wolf. I don't know. And so he starts with, I'm gonna be moving to New York because he is into doing music and all this. And in my mind, I'm thinking, and by the way, this conversation is not anything that he does not know already. Like, I've said it. So I wouldn't be the type of friend to start telling you guys all this, and him and I haven't discussed it. So I'm just putting that out there. So I just said to him, once, like, he now is trying to talk about, like, what's really good. No. Nothing is good. You think that because you, and so he has his kids over there, 4 kids, which is totally okay. I'm a mom, I have 2. But you think that because now you're ready to focus on your music and make the move out here, that all of a sudden I'm supposed to be ready, or and fuck what I'm going through, meaning, like, fuck the fact that I have history with somebody and all that, because you're sending me all these emojis and telling me all these sweet things and all this. I'm supposed to just be like, okay, yeah, because, yeah, we're friends. So, no, it does not fucking work like that. No, it does not. And what I told him was, if I was 20, okay, maybe. But I'm 40 years old. Like, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to accomplish things in life. And honestly, I don't see the drive that he has. He may prove me wrong. Who knows? I hope. I hope so. But just you left a situation, which is your kids and all that, to focus on your music. That should be your main priority, your main focus. Why do you want to bring somebody else into it? That, me, as a friend, I tell him, like, just off the rip, if you're growing, if you're focused on yourself, on your growth, career-wise, like, the last thing on your mind should be the next person. And then, because I'm straightforward with him, he's like, that, it'd be nice to have somebody like this on your side. I could be your friend and be on your side and push you like that. I don't need to be fucking you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it would be nice. And yeah, you would love that. Yeah, but no, that's not how life works. And what upsets me about it is that he now then, the conversation that we had, that you guys heard, progressed to that, because I got upset when he texted me, he was trying to, like, put pressure. Like, he wanted me to kind of give him some sort of clue that, yes, I was going to move into that direction with him so that he can do what he got to do. No, First of all, if that's what you want to do, you gotta do what you gotta fucking do. I don't need to give you no fucking signs. That's number one. And number two, I've told you already how I feel. Like, no, no. So then he wants to hit me with the, oh, and then I said, and you think that because you sending emojis and all that bullshit and sending songs and all that, that's nothing. I'm 40. I'm not 20. I'm 40. That is just a song. Those are just emojis. Like, that don't mean shit. And if you think that that is anywhere near what you would need to do for me to feel that you deserve me, because I'm sorry, it's not that I'm trying to say that I'm better, but everybody should feel that way. For you to deserve me, I'm sorry, but that's like, please, you know what I mean? So, and then he's like, oh, well, I tried to do something for you, which is like send flowers, because he had asked me for my address. I don't want flowers. Like, no, I don't want flowers. And if you really did want to send the flowers, I told him, and it's not that I wanted it, but you have my sister's information. You could have called her and asked her. But I'm just saying, like, it's true what they say. When a motherfucker wants to do something, he's going to do it. But keeping in mind, I said to him that I'm not asking you to do these things for me. I don't want, that's not where I'm at. That is not where I'm at. We could be friends. There doesn't need to be the pressure, because now what he's saying is that now, because we can't, we're not, I'm not giving him this, that, meaning like a relationship, or giving him any promises that that we can't be kind of friends, I guess, that we can't be talking, because this is, oh my God, it's too much. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, how old are you? You a grown-ass man. If you can't fucking move on, and we can be friends, and you understand that that's it for now, or, because I don't know, and then I'm even being realistic about it also, and saying, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here and say no, because keeping it 100, you don't know what the future holds. But I'm definitely not gonna tell you to wait for me or to hold on, because that's not where I'm at all. So that would be up to you. But anyway, so he wants to hit me with the fucking whole sensitive shit about, then we can't, like, don't call me, which I barely call, but if we're friends, what's the problem? Like, why? Like, I don't have that many friends. That's just who I am. He is, besides my best cousin, the opposite sex, besides also my daughter's father that I do talk to like that, females need to have conversations with guys too, just regular shit, right? So whatever. So he doesn't want me to call, or text, or like, you don't want us to be friends, basically, because I'm not giving you ass. That's basically how I'm taking it, because you can't understand that, okay, she's not interested, or she's not into, she's not trying to do this right now. Let's just preserve the friendship. Like, come on now. So, I mean, I don't really take all his bullshit seriously, honestly, because I feel, like I said, we do have a good enough relationship that if you're watching this, get over it. Get over it. We're friends. And that's that, Oh, and then, because we're keeping it real, right, y'all? So I like to travel. These are the things that I like to do. I like to travel. I like to write, to read. I'm a homebody also. If the opportunity presented itself, I would like to, which, this is in the works with my cousin and I, for in the near future, to have our own bar, / kind of lounge challenge or something of that nature, right? I'm not saying that I don't see him doing those things, but like, am I gonna want you to leave your kids, your 4 kids behind because I have plans on moving and all that? No, that's also something that needs to be taken into consideration. The point is that he's definitely not, like, as much as he wants to beat me in the head and with little comments, and I mean just little shit like, oh, this could be us, or this, like, just little shit, not aggressive, I'm just saying, like, little comments like that. We're we're not in the same place, and it's okay. I'm saying it as a friend. We're not, because you still have 4 kids. I'm moving. I'm doing my own life. My heart is still, invested. So I'm not even, the last thing on my mind, actually, is to meet anybody new anytime soon, because I'm working on me, on myself. I was a young parent. I did my things, early. I've been working since I was 13 years old. Yes, I want to find somebody. It would be great if I found somebody that could take care of me, because I've been fucking working since I was 13, like I said. But I do want to, just soul search, and I'm not, there's no room for anybody new in my life right now. I'll tell you that much. There isn't. If that person, which, by the way, guys, just so you know, that person has no idea that I do this. So it's not like I'm saying shit for it to be seen. He has no idea. But if that person, right now where I stand, that would be something that I would invest, if any, energy into that. Only I know the dynamics, only I know the circumstances, only I know why, understand why, right now it's just not the right time. Am I gonna stop my life? Let's be realistic. Am I gonna stop my life? No, I'm not. If I'm walking down the street tomorrow and I meet somebody and we just happen to click, I'm well aware that that can happen. That's part of life. That's reality. But am I looking for that? No. And I also know that shit happens when you're not looking. I'm just, I don't need a friend that wants to force shit. Like, that's not how, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's like a Scorpio thing or what, but no. I'm my own person. I do my own. This is my hair and my wig. So I'm going to dry my hands so that I can tie it. So I'm my own person. Nobody can manipulate me or try to, like, I'm on to that shit. If you trying to tell me shit to see what I'm going to say, no. I'm on to it. I'm not the one. So, yeah. My scrunchie got a little wet, y'all. So, yeah. So, that is who Kris is. By the way, oh my God. I was going to say something else, but guys, I have white hairs. I have like 10 white hairs. Anyways, and another thing I was going to say is I know that I'm horrible at the captions that I put on the videos. I know I'm horrible. That's why, I need a manager. I need an assistant to assist me. So that's in a nutshell, because that's the whole backstory. But he is very dear to me. Like I tell him, even yesterday when he got mad that he hung up, or before yesterday, whenever it was that we did it, I told him, I called him, and he's like, what? And I'm like, yo, you got me over here cracking up. And he just starts laughing. I mean, he was legit upset, but he just starts laughing because I said that, knowing that he's pissed off. But, I like to think that because of that is that it's worth just keeping it as a friend, being friends. Sometimes, it's just better like that. So yeah, but yeah, he's a cool guy, very talented, I must say. So if you guys got his info, look it up. Just what I said about him with being a dad and just focusing on his music first and all that. So I do applaud him. And one thing that he said was that he would hate for him to make it. And yeah, he could get mad if he sees this. He would hate for him to make it and for me to then decide that, oh yeah, I'm ready, I would want to be with him. That's never going to happen. And I told him that. That's never, ever going to happen. You know why? Because if I don't want you now, I'm not going to want you then. I'm not. Like, dead ass. I am not like that. I'm sorry. I may want you to hook me up with a job so I can earn my fucking money. I can do that. And I told him straight up and down, listen, I'm going to want you to get me a position. Get me in there. Because I don't want free money. Okay? But am I going to be interested in him all of a sudden? No. I don't operate that way. I'm sorry. Like, no. Like for example, a lot of girls are impressed with nice cars. I grew up around nice cars. So, no, I didn't grow up in Beverly Hills or anything like that. But my father, who I have a non-relationship with, we'll talk about that in another thing. He always had nice cars. That motherfucker always had nice cars. So, a guy in a nice car does not impress me. What impresses me is clean nails, clean ears, clean shoes, smart, funny, respectful, a little gangster, a badass. But yeah. So I'm going to load this video and then I'm going to eat some food. So yeah, and I got to clean this because of you guys. Look, 28 minutes and I'm still doing this. But I'll be done soon.